New Hampshire will have one of the most closely watched U.S. Senate races of this midterm election cycle. And right now, we have no idea who will be facing off against incumbent Senator Maggie Hassan in the fall. But we're hearing from insiders that several candidates have increasingly plausible paths to victory in this crowded GOP field. Scott Spradling, former WMUR political director, all around New Hampshire politics Jedi, set the table for us. What's going on in that U.S. Senate race on the Republican side?
Well, you may have 11 names on the ballot, but right now what you have is what seems like a five-way fight for the primary nomination in this race for U.S. Senate. Chuck Morse came into this thing not just as the Senate president, most impressive title, but with the one with all the momentum, the one that the insiders assumed would be the guy to beat. Now I think what we're seeing in this field is a lot more of a jump ball. There was a debate recently over at St. Anselm College, a five-way fistfight, if you will, and this is a jump ball primary.
Who has lanes open to this primary win?
I think right now, all eyes are going to be on Kevin Smith. He performed well in the debate. He's a good speaker. He's charismatic. He may not have the funding, and resources are going to be a huge X factor in this Republican primary. But he has the performance ability to attract voters who have not made up their minds. And right now, that's going to be most because name recognition is a struggle for this field.
What about Don Bolduc? He ran 2 years ago and got about 60,000 votes. He's back again, and there's a chunk of support there in a five-way race, a lot of names on the ballot. That means something.
No doubt. Don Bolduc is the person that most people are going to be familiar with because of the last election cycle. He has definitely some unique challenges within the Republican Party itself and has to be able to stand out beyond just the military background as a good and viable option. But he's there, and in a very broad primary, name recognition can be one of those X factors in a tight race with low voting turnout where he becomes a possible force to be reckoned with. He is probably battling for votes in the same section of the Republican Party as Bruce Fenton, who's coming in with an economics and a Bitcoin type of background. And Fenton is making a name for himself as someone unafraid to take on the establishment leadership.
On the horizon, you got Maggie Hassan sitting there with now $7 million in the bank, cash on hand, is what her campaign is saying. This is going to be, it looks like a favorable Republican year. This is going to be a tough hill to climb for any of them, isn't it?
No doubt. You go back to the three M's, Adam: money, message, and momentum. And no one Republican candidate has all three. So they're going up against the fundraising behemoth that is the Hassan campaign. The environment right now is not friendly to incumbents, and additionally not terribly friendly to Democrats. We're seeing that amongst many polls. There's a lot of voter frustration, a lot of anger. But the most recent decisions from the U.S. Supreme Court add a new X factor because, as we've seen, and if fundraising is a factor, Democrats raised more money in the 24 hours after the Roe v. Wade secondary decision than they did in any one day in the entire year of 2020. That's an interesting barometer to be watching for the type of activism we might see now coming from the left.
You described this race as a jump ball on the Republican side. How important will the Granite State debate in this race be in those final days before people actually vote?
Considering we're here on a beautiful July day in the middle of summer when people are paying attention to anything but politics, these candidates, this field, as big as it is going to really just have a dead sprint of maybe a month to introduce themselves, to make an impression, and to get people to vote for them. So these debates are really going to be a final argument and first introduction in many cases at the same time.
All right, Scott Spradling, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.